when you're helping somebody, it puts a glow in your heart. I went out on the smoke alarm blitz in Race Path community on MLK Day, and we were able to put out approximately 100 smoke alarms that day.
The Red Cross and the local firefighters knocked on the door and asked for permission to come in and install smoke alarms into the hospital. They were nice and efficient, and they installed everything for us.
I volunteer with the Home Fire Campaign because I'm seeing a way to be able to save lives in advance.
It was December the 20th. I had got up to do some Christmas shopping that morning, and my son, he actually called me and he was like, "Your room's on fire." And at first, I thought he was joking, and I heard my daughter in the background screaming.
Upon arrival on the scene of the fire department was still there putting the fire out. I immediately locked eyes with Miss Hemingway, and it just brought both of us to tears.
He embraced me with so much love, as if I'd known him my whole life. I feel that if it weren't for the Red Cross coming into my home and installing smoke detectors, I would have lost my whole family that day.
Hi there, I'm Kimmy Venter with the American Red Cross, and we are here today at our Albany Regional Office to talk about a huge campaign that we have going on as we speak called Sound the Alarm, Save a Life. Sound the Alarm is part of our National Red Cross Home Fire campaign, which is aimed at preventing needless tragedies from home fires. And we know that on average 7 people in this country die every day from home fires, and we want to put an end to that tragic statistic. So right now we are in our regional office in Albany, New York. This is one of many offices across upstate, and from here we have all of our departments represented and volunteers active in this building. But more important than in this building is really what our volunteers are doing out in the community. So we're going to show you around here, but definitely keep in mind that what the Red Cross is really all about is the work that's done out in the communities that we serve every day. So a lot of people are familiar with the Red Cross for one of 2 main reasons. Either they know about the fact that we collect and supply life-saving blood, or that we respond to big disasters. People often hear the Red Cross and see the Red Cross during hurricanes, wildfires, major floods, and that has been true in this area, across New York State, and across the country. But what a lot of people may not realize is that home fires are the most common disaster that we respond to everywhere in the nation, and most definitely in upstate New York. They make up about 90% of our disaster responses locally, and we're responding almost every day to a fire somewhere in one of the communities that we serve. And so what that means, when we're called to a fire, our volunteers go out at all hours of the day and night in every kind of weather, and they are there to help the people who've been displaced or affected by that fire. So they are there to provide immediate financial assistance, help people cover the costs of temporary lodging, food, clothing, the things that they need right away to begin their recovery process. A lot of people hear that the Red Cross is there. You'll hear it on the news. There was a fire last night and the Red Cross responded. But what does that really mean? What it means is that Red Cross volunteers were on the scene to put their arm around someone who's just had really the worst moment of their life, and give them comfort, give them hope that things will get better, that give them resources to make sure that they have what they need to move forward. And that's really our ultimate goal. But on top of that, because fires are the most prevalent disaster that we respond to locally, it's really important that we focus on prevention and preparedness, and that's what the Home Fire campaign is all about. It's about preventing tragedies from home fires. Even if we're responding to a fire every day, the best thing that we can do is make sure that everybody gets out of that fire safely, that we're helping a full family, and that no lives are lost. So Sound the Alarm is really a program designed to help people prepare and prevent fires, and prepare for and prevent fires. And as a part of that program, we install free 10-year lithium battery smoke alarms for any residence that needs them, whether that's an apartment, a home that you own, a mobile home. There are no limitations. Our goal is to make homes safer regardless of where those homes are or who lives in them. And so you may have heard a little bit about 10-year battery smoke alarms already, because there is a law in New York State that just went into effect in April, that any new smoke alarm or smoke alarm that's replaced in any residence now must be one of these 10-year lithium batteries. And what that means is that, many people are used to the 9-volt battery that comes in a standard smoke alarm, that it chirps and you have to replace the battery and so on and so forth. With these 10-year lifelong or 10-year life batteries, you'll see here, I'll pull this out for a second. If you look at the back of the alarm here, there is no battery compartment. It's a sealed unit, and you activate it once you've installed it in your home, and you kind of crank this into the holster. This alarm is installed and should work for 10 years. You test it. We go through all of this in every home that we install alarms in, to help people understand how the alarms work, what they should do to test them, how often they should test them. But it's a huge benefit to have these sealed units, because so often we go into homes and we see that someone has removed the 9-volt battery from their alarm because it's chirping, or they needed a 9-volt battery for a remote control or a game for their kids, and they thought they'd put that 9-volt back right away, but they forgot to do it. And so people might feel that they're protected because they know they have smoke alarms on the wall or on the ceiling, but so often those alarms are not working. And with the 10-year sealed unit, we eliminate some of that risk. So we're really glad to be able to install these smoke alarms, and particularly now that New York State has put this law into effect, we're hoping that it's going to make a lot of residents a lot safer. So our Sound the Alarm events would not be happening without the help of a lot of people, including quite a few volunteers who have pulled together to help with all of the preparations, let alone the work that's actually going to happen when we get out into the community. So in my office with me right now is one of our communications interns, Wilmaris De La Cruz, and she is right now working on props for our photo booth. So we're going to be having people take pictures and, like I said earlier, just really have a fun time with it. And but this is one of many projects that Wilmaris has worked on to help us get ready for this day. So I want to thank you for doing all of that.
It is my pleasure.
And just ask you, from your perspective, like, why is this Sound the Alarm event and this program worth doing?
I think that this program is not only worth it, but I believe that it's necessary, because not everybody realizes that home fires are the primary disaster that occurs. So out of like hurricanes, tornadoes, the majority of disasters and phone calls that we usually get are home fires, and that's extremely important, because if you already have the information and the materials to prevent home fires and prevent your family from going through that disaster, I feel like why not take the chance, and why not prepare yourself in advance before a tragedy can occur, because it can occur to anyone, not just And it's hard to kind of believe that it could occur to you, because you may think like, oh, it's 1 in a million, you know, it may never happen to me, because I was one of those people as well. And thank God I've never experienced a home fire, but however, my family members have. And so just seeing the fact that it can happen to anyone, it really like makes me want everybody to know about this program and everybody to join in, because it is important. And if everybody is informing each other and educating each other, then we will be able to prevent the majority of tragedies happening, especially home fires, which is the tragedy that occurs the most. So I feel like it's very important, and on top of that, you always want to do what's best for yourself and your family. So just to prevent all that in advance by, you know, learning more about this program and getting involved, and even just a share or just, you know, a post about sound the alarm can really go a long way and can really save a lot of lives and families.
So let me just clarify something. I earlier mentioned that we install these smoke alarms free of charge for anyone who needs them. And I want to make it really clear that there is no catch. I think a lot of people hear about this program and they think, oh, this must be too good to be true. They're going to come into my house with these alarms and they're going to ask me for something. All that we are going to ask is that you take steps to prepare yourself and your family. We are going to ask you to acknowledge that you've received the fire safety information we've provided, and that you are going to take some time to make your home fire escape plan. But there is absolutely no charge for the smoke alarms themselves. They are made available to everyone we serve thanks to the generosity of donors, and then the installation is provided by very dedicated volunteers, and so we're very fortunate in that respect. I will say, as we're talking about this, and you know, hopefully a lot of people are going to be seeing this piece, we do have a list of requests that we work through every single day. So in addition to these large-scale events that we do to sound the alarm, we respond to requests on a rolling basis. And so we do ask for patience from people. It's not possible for us to get to every home across the state in a single day, but it's something we're always working towards. In our eastern New York region, which covers 24 counties in upstate New York, we've installed about 18,000 smoke alarms since this program began in 2014. That has allowed us to save, to our knowledge, 19 lives already. So this program is really invaluable. And we're grateful, very grateful to our local sponsors, to the national partners who support this program, and to all of the individual donors who give to help make us able to provide these resources to families in need.
The show you are watching has been produced by SACC.TV. SAC TV is a not-for-profit organization that provides educational programming, seeking to enrich communities by producing shows on culture, science, health, the arts, and more. SAC TV is member-driven, which means that we rely on donations, grants, underwriting, and volunteers to deliver quality content. SAC.TV has been in operation continually since 1974 and currently operates a full-time studio in Rotterdam, New York. In recent years, SAC.TV has produced over 500 community-driven programs that are all available to view free to the public on www.sac.tv, on demand 24 hours a day. SAC.tv also airs shows on local television, channels such as WNYT, My4 Albany, with programs like Do You Know the Muffin Man, Caught in the Crossfire, Scene TV, Tune In to Wellness Today, and The Janice Thompson Show. Check your local programming schedule or www.sac.tv for times and dates. In SAC.TV's mission to connect and inform communities and individuals, every week we're producing new shows. To be able to provide this service, we are in need of your help. There's a lot of ways you can help SAC.TV and in turn help your community. Visit www.sac.tv. There you can click on Donate and select the contribution level of your choice. You can also help SAC.TV by sponsoring an ongoing program, volunteering behind the scenes, or even producing your own show. And as always, if you enjoy what you've seen, visit us on YouTube and Facebook. Subscribe, like, share, and pass the word around. For more information and to see the latest shows, visit www.sac.tv or contact us as director@sac.tv or by phone at 518-831-9145. For now, back to our program, and stay tuned for more great shows.
So Austin, can you tell me a little bit about what you've been working on and why it matters?
I can do that. What we've done is we're using computer mapping technology, it's called RCView, to help both design the districts, which we're going to cover. So this map up here on the screen shows you roughly about 50 districts covering the area of interest, which is Glens Falls and South Glens Falls, as well as a couple mobile home parks out to the west here. So each district was designed to have residential properties in them, so we've targeted neighborhoods that we think are suitable for this exercise. We created them to have roughly 100 properties in each, because based on the time frame we have, we know that that's roughly how many houses they can visit. So that was done as the pre-planning effort to design the area, and then we're going to have teams going out into the field doing the installs, or seeing if people are interested in installs.
And you're a Red Cross volunteer.
I'm a Red Cross volunteer
and you have spent your time
for about a year. I used to run a computer mapping consulting company, so I had background in this technology, which helped. So I spent time setting this all up. But the encouraging thing is we've done this 3 times already, and so the proof of concept is there. We know it works, and we're just redoing it. It seems to have been effective before, and hopefully it will be again.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I'm excited to get out there and see those dots popping up as we go.
Exactly. Right.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
A little fun for our day here. This is George the bear. He's around all the time whenever we're doing big events, and so he's ready to sound the alarm just like everybody else. I'm now standing with 2 of our volunteer recruitment specialists, and I'm excited to talk to them because they have been doing a ton of work to get volunteers on board and excited for this event. So Ben, could you just talk a little bit about what the process has been like, just getting people on board?
Sure, absolutely. It's involved a lot of community partnership. We've been making relationships with a lot of the organizations in Glens Falls and approaching them on kind of a one-on-one basis and forming partnerships to look for volunteers in that way. We've done a lot of outreach on social media, things like Facebook, Twitter, things like that, trying to garner local support that way. So those have been kind of the 2 biggest efforts that we've done. There have been some other kind of external partnerships through some of our other departments, but that's specifically what we've done in volunteer services.
Great. And Lauren, I know you've been involved in a lot of these events over the years now, so I guess can you tell us a little bit about why these events are so fun?
Yeah, I really enjoy recruiting volunteers, especially from outside of the organization, because they get a chance to see the amazing work that we do in the community. And maybe at the beginning of the day they're a little hesitant about going into people's homes. They might be on teams with people that they've met for the first time, but by the end of the day they're coming back, they're smiling, they're exchanging numbers, they're hugging, and there's new friendships that are being made there, and that's my favorite part of the event.
It's a lot of fun. I think we're all excited about it.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to a great day.
Very much.
I'm excited to introduce Danielle Mustakas, who is our Preparedness Manager in Eastern New York. She probably knows more about this program and the Home Fire Campaign than anyone else here. So she's helping us get ready for sure for this event. But we were just talking a little bit about, what are some of the initial objections that people have, and if you're sitting at home watching this, what should you know about this program?
Okay. Well, I think that when we first arrive at people's homes, they're a little hesitant to let us into their home, but all of our volunteers are very clearly marked with Red Cross vests, and we're excited to get in there and make their homes safer, whether it's actually installing a smoke alarm, checking to see if their smoke alarms are working, and giving them home fire education. Not a lot of people know that smoke alarms actually have an expiration date, so our teams go in and can explain that the smoke alarms do have an expiration date, and they can also tell them the best places to install smoke alarms so you don't get a lot of nuisance alarms. My favorite thing about this program is every home you go into is instantly made safer.
Do you know what to do if your home catches fire? Studies show that you may only have 2 minutes to safely escape a home fire. But by taking some steps in advance, your family can safely escape in 2 minutes or less. Here are a few prevention and response tips for home fires. Prepare by identifying and removing fire hazards in your home. Anything that gets hot needs plenty of space. There should be at least 3 feet between heating items and anything else that could catch fire. Turn off space heaters when not in use. Always avoid smoking in bed, and don't leave candles lit when unattended or at bedtime. Make sure your children know they should not play with fire, matches, and lighters. Keep matches and lighters in high or locked places away from children's reach. Be sure that you have working smoke alarms on every level of your home and inside and outside sleeping areas. Make sure to test them once a month to make sure batteries are working. And if your smoke alarm is more than 10 years old, it's time to replace it. Discuss your outside meeting spot and fire escape plan and practice your drill with your family twice a year. Make sure everyone can get out safely in under 2 minutes. By taking these precautionary steps, you're off to a great start. But if a fire does occur, you'll need to know how to respond. Do not open a door if it feels warm to the back of your hand. Warm or hot door temperatures could indicate that there is a fire on the other side. Use a secondary exit instead. If your exit route is blocked, stay put. Open a window and wave something white to signal for help, such as a pillowcase or piece of clothing. Stay low to the ground and crawl to avoid breathing in smoke. Follow your family's escape plan. Get out of the house, do not go back in, and call 911 right away. With these tips, you'll be able to prevent fire and safely and quickly respond if there is one. The Red Cross has launched a campaign to reduce the number of deaths from home fires by 25%. For more information, visit redcross.org/fire. Thanks for watching.
It would be really great to see a reduction in fires.
Yeah.
Since I've been dealing with them after the fire, it would be really great to do something to help prevent it.
Right. So what would you say in terms of the calls that you get? Are you dealing with people who've been affected by fires every day, every week?
Yes. This week I'm doing some follow-ups. So I just come in a couple days a week and I call the people that have had fires the day before, and so some days it's good, not too many, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And other days, there's a big apartment complex or something much more.
Right.
And then we're really busy calling the people, and we're experiencing the difficulties that they're having. Phyllis was just talking to somebody that was having some difficulty getting any assistance from other agencies, and people are standing outside with no wallet, no shoes, and so the Red Cross coming out and giving them a card and giving them some assistance is really helpful, but sometimes they can do something a little more than that.
Yeah. So it's nice to know now that you'll be kind of on the front end of that and hopefully helping people before they need to call us.
That would be nice. I'd like it when there's not too many people on the list.
Well, we're back where we started. You've had a full tour of our office here in Albany, and you've heard a lot about our home fire campaign and our upcoming Sound the Alarm event. So wherever you're watching this, at home or on your computer, I hope that you've learned something new, and that maybe you've thought about a way that you're going to get involved with the Red Cross. We talked about the ways that people often think of the Red Cross, collecting blood and responding to those huge disasters across the country. But I hope that you will remember that home fires are the most common disaster that we face in every community, and that there are very simple steps that you can take to protect yourself and your loved ones. So please do check your smoke alarms, practice your fire escape plan, and help us spread the word about our home fire campaign. And if you'd like to get involved, please go to our website, redcross.org, and learn more about becoming a volunteer, making a donation, or getting involved in some other way. We'd love for you to be a part of this life-saving mission. Thanks for sticking with us, and we hope we'll be talking to you again soon.
Well, welcome back. I'm still trying to bake the muffins. But finally, I think we're finished. I hope you enjoyed our show today. If you would like to make an order or donate muffins to charity, then please go to the website listed below. With every muffin order, we donate muffins to the charity of your choice. I call it giving your dough to charity. I also encourage you to donate directly to the featured charity today by going directly to our website and getting their information. Thank you very much for watching, and keep on dancing through life by giving to others through love. Let me finish baking these muffins, and see you next time.